Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today we are going to be going over the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 18, Day 1. It is a purple day. We got the shirts. But anyways, welcome everyone. We're going to be doing the dungeons as well. I didn't even check to see what color it was. I got shaved earlier, so yeah, I probably look a lot different now. And other than that, oh yeah, thank you for 6,000 subscribers. We will have the video for that. Probably tomorrow. It's most likely just going to be us starting up the Let's Play series, since I technically haven't started it up. The main video I actually wanted to do for the 6,000 video thing was the Xenos mythic, but unfortunately it is going to be like another 2 weeks before we can even get that, so that'd be a little bit too long before we could actually do that. But that was my original intention for what I wanted to do with it. Unfortunately, it won't really be possible. Wait, where is he? He's like, let's see, 4,000 jewels. We're at 800 right now. There is quite a bit of a gap. Of course, we can use those, but that's only like 110, I think. Not really going to cover that gap, obviously. Also, we have exactly enough to craft one mythic, one legend if we wanted to. Not like I'm going to, but we technically do have enough. The only legend I'll really need to get is 2 autumn imps whenever it comes around. That's the only legend I think I'll ever need to buy from the thing. So yeah, anyways. Hello, Simple. Hello, Maximuse. Hello, ODX. Hello, Airton. Hello, Fortleaf. And thank you for the congrats. Hello, Nicolas. Hello, Headless. Welcome. Hello, Benjamin. All went pretty well today, yes. I also went to go see the Glass Castle movie. It's pretty interesting. Hello, Philip. Hello, Amanda. Welcome all, welcome all. Anyways, I got out of the guild screen. Let me go back. Let's get into this. We're going to be using a slightly weird team that I have never actually used before, so hopefully it will work. Also, we have lower stats than we normally do, but I believe everyone else also has lower stats. I ended up getting the 2 additional magic as well. I was going to leave them at all base 3 due to the gem nerf, but since they're giving some gems back, I did end up raising my magic slightly, mainly because magic is going to be pretty important. I really need it, or the guild? Probably not. I'm not quite sure if I will or will not do it. Currently, my requirements are just level 3 base. We'll see how things kind of go. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. This is not what I wanted to use. This would work, but it's not what I want to use. Why is that still my saved team? Oh, hopefully it saved my other team that I built earlier. That's weird if it didn't. Should be this one. There it is. Green Seer. Let me double check that it is pure purple. Yeah, Green Seer, Princess Fizzbang, Yasmin's Chosen, which is still available in Glory and Gem Keys right now, by the way, if you still haven't gotten one and still want to try, and Queen Mab. So yeah, let's go do this. We're up against a weird semi-impervious team, which with the team we're about to use is surprisingly decent. But once we kill Plague, he pretty much has no team left. So yeah, let's get into it. We're up against Interim 2 right now. We're actually surprisingly in 3rd and about to take 2nd from our battle. I highly doubt we're going to keep that, but that'd be amazing if we could. Yeah, so we finally have 30 people in our guild for once. I think every single week for the past 2 months we've been down at least 1 person, if not more. But this week we do appear to have a full guild for once, so that's kind of nice. Anyways, let's get into the battle. Hopefully this works. I've never actually used this team even once before, so we'll see how that goes. Hello, Kahn. Welcome. Hello, Cronin as well. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so take the red immediately. Take that. Get the little skull poke. Get the extra turn for not only the entangle but also the freeze. The entangle didn't go off. Oh wait, never mind. We don't get every. Never mind. Never mind. We only if we take green do we get a entangle. My bad. I was wondering why I didn't get entangled. That or hit one of the impervious ones. One of the 2. Oh, he actually doesn't have impervious on them. Oh, never mind. Okay. Also, he's the only one that would have had it was Plague. I don't know why I thought another one of them had Impervious. No clue why. Anyways, what do we need to do here? We need to go take a purple mana, so we will go do just that, and then we basically win right now. So we'll throw that on red, and somehow did not get enough for full mana. Is there anything easier to drop other than these greens? It looks like we'll have to go for the green, and now we just spam it like crazy. Or end at 1, that works too, I guess. Okay. Well, not as much as we could have gotten, but we'll go take a purple. Hopefully we can start getting fizz down. The easiest way to get it up would be off the blue. So if we can get just a little more blue, that'd be great. There's our high damage, there's our extra turn, there's our little bit more blue that I just mentioned. And I believe that is matched. There we go. Did I fight you, Justin? I did not, or we didn't yet. Are you from this guild? We'll get to see you in a moment then, maybe. Which category are you in your guild? If you're in the lowest category, we did not fight you. And also, what's your in-game name, if it's something different than what you're using in chat? So far, we had Raphael and the 33JJ. Yeah, this is our first battle, so if you tell me which category you're in, we'll be able to see at that point if we did or didn't. If we already passed your category, then we won't. Oh, Scion? Which category are you in out of these little bracket things? He's out soldier? Oh, then we didn't fight you then. Because that's the lowest one, and we just did the lowest one already. So unfortunately we didn't. There was only like a 1 in 16 chance we would have even fought you if you were in that ranking. If I keep clicking on all the wrong ones. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I just miscount. I think that's 16. There's 16. Pretty sure that's 16. That's 16 available people, so like a 1 out of 16 chance. Very unlikely that it would have happened. Looking good with the clean shave. Yeah, I ended up doing it earlier today. Didn't get a haircut yet, though. Probably do that later. I'm probably just going to shave it all off when I do end up getting that. Anyways, into the next battle. So the 33JJ33, we'll stick with what we already have. Let me go see what we scored, actually. I didn't bother checking that. Let's see, if we go click on... where'd it go? My calculator is what I'm looking for. 1, 2, 4... Oh, wait. Yeah, I can just times it. Times by 1.2 equals... We scored 1,498. It was not over 1,500, but that still is a really decent score. Also, I have no clue why I just closed the calculator. I'm probably going to need that a bit more. But let's try this again. A little bit annoying with the Queen Mab, but we'll see how it works out. We have Freeze as well, so we'll play Freeze versus Freeze and see who wins that way. Though he is probably going to lower our score by doing so. Hello, Gilax. Welcome. I know, we have a new face. We have replaced our face with a new one. That is totally what happens. Okay, let's see. Well, I'll go take the purple. Where do I move? Red into green. The only problem is we don't use the red and we have no need to take green. So we'll go try that for an extra turn and we actually get it as well. Wow. So that's perfect. We'll probably just take a purple right here. Unless there's some kind of other move now. If that double take was mana we actually needed for both, I would take it. Oh, wait. Why did I give it the extra turn? At least it didn't freeze anything too important. So, okay. We'll work with that. That could have been avoided, though. We'll go throw this on red, the only color we don't use. Plus, we get decent mana out of it. And only 9. I am not certain that we will actually land that. Ideally, this turn would be taking a blue, but we also don't have that. I'll just throw my damage, I guess. We do miss, though, which is very unfortunate. He creates some more blue on the board, which in theory should have helped us, but didn't. So we'll just take a skull. Yeah, this battle's going way slower. Luckily, he's frozen on his blue. Unfortunately, so are we. You know, I could probably beat it out, but I'll just take the blue. Okay, there goes the Queen Mab. Let's go get our mana generation. Oh yeah, I forgot. It doesn't get the extra turn because it's frozen. No! No! I needed that green seer. Oh, if we lose this, that'd be horrible. I think we might, to Queen Mab right now. We're using extra turn spam against a Queen Mab. It's probably a bad idea still. Apparently, yes. Because Justice is just going to gain way too many stats because they still haven't nerfed him yet. Come on, get your loop. Get unfrozen and then get your loop. What do we do? I need both of them to get unfrozen. Like now. Come on, unfreeze. No! They have too much mana and they're going to die with it. Yeah, Justice is just gonna clean us. Unless we can get infinite loop. It's not done yet. We still have the infinite loop chance. We still have it. Yeah, I'm never using this thing against Queen Mab again. I should know by now never to use a loop, even if it's a really good loop in Guild Wars against the Queen Mab. Because that will keep happening every single time. And down a ghost. Let's see, can we win with just a Queen Mab? That is technically possible, though very unlikely. Let's see. Hey, we got an opening. We seriously could do it. I have to go all in and take the blue into a hopeful skull. We're already going to lose. We might as well go all out. No! Oh, wait. He actually didn't go for it. Wow. The only problem is he's going to get a skull the following turn. There's no way to stop that, I don't think. Oh, but it's entangled. Ooh. 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 Wait. We might have potential here. Okay. So, how do we go about this? I take skull, he takes skull, I take skull. I have to take this skull to the right. I take that. He takes one of these two. Ideally this one. I take that one and get a queen mab in it as well. Oh, this might still be winnable. If he stays entangled, we have a chance of winning. We're gonna win with one queen mab on 9 HP. It's gonna happen. We're gonna make it happen. Okay, one of them cleansed. Luckily, it was not the one that would have been awful. So yeah, now we throw the queen mab for free. And then take the skull. Get some blue back. He's gonna get the... Oh no, the explosion might kill me! Really? I'm going to lose to Mountain Crusher explosion. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. I didn't even know that was a possible thing to even occur. Okay. We have an extra turn, somehow. That's amazing. We'll take it. If we seriously win this... oh no, I'm out of moves. Oh no, I'm not. Almost out of moves. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, do I have to take the skull? Yes, I do. No, I don't. I can hope it stays entangled. Though the chance of that happening is very, 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 very slim. But he's just going to take a brown very soon, so I'm just going to have to gamble with it. Please, Queen Mab. If I ever wanted a troop to stay entangled, now is the time for it to stay entangled. So we take the blue. Stay entangled. Stay entangled. Don't even think about it. Don't do it. No! Why? No. Okay. Well, that didn't quite work out as I wanted it to. It was worth a shot. Wait, we are up against the same person again. Why didn't they give me a new person? Well, round 2. Let's not do what we just did. So let's go and I don't know. Should we switch back to our traditional purple team, or should I just go Fizz Bang only with like something else? I was thinking that Green Sir Fizz Bang would be pretty decent. It's not really working out that well though. Might just have to stick with the Scion for Guild Wars against all these freezes. Because generally Fizz Bang is used within looping teams, and if it's running a Queen Mab, I might not be able to deal with it. Unless we get looping beforehand, but then we need to get looping beforehand. So I might just stick with traditional stuff then, if I have it saved somewhere. I should have it saved, not the purple. Where's my normal purple team that I normally run? Purple Mana. That's one of them. Not exactly the one I'd want to do. Let's see. We could try going Alamagrim loop, but if we're going to be going on a purple thing, and that's not really going to work. Do we seriously? It's weird because Queen Mab normally isn't used, but now everyone's using Queen Mab to counter out the new Goblin. So the only problem is all my purple teams appear to be built around not Queen Mab. Look at this. We even have purple loop over here, which we could technically do because that's the Kraken. You know what? I'm gonna do purple loop and hope it doesn't backfire. It's the same thing as the previous team except safer. So I think we can get away with this. Round 2 of losing, go. Let's see if we underestimate her again. It shouldn't die. I said that before though, so we'll see what happens. Why is he using Giant class too? I don't even know why he's doing that. Probably for the Sea Troll, I guess. Oh, that's why he's doing it. Never mind, that's why he's doing it. He's doing it for the quick Sea Troll. I've never seen someone actually do that before. Use a Titan Clash just for the purpose of getting a troll up quicker. But I guess that does work pretty well. Anyways, let's go try this. This could backfire, but I believe we'll be able to be quite a bit safer with this. This is more of just a traditional Yasmin team. Of course she is, yeah, Yasmin. She is, of course, a looping troop as well, but with a Scion, she'll be able to keep us stable. You hope Fizz doesn't get nerfed? I can almost guarantee you Fizz will get nerfed. Maybe not, like, excessively hard, but to some degree. That and Wisp. And Justice. There's a lot of things that need, like, really small tweaking. They don't need to be nerfed hard, they just need to be nerfed just a very, very, very small amount. Just so they're not as ridiculous as they are. Fizz really only has one counter in the entire game, and it's Queen Mab. It's why everyone's running Queen Mab right now. I wouldn't be surprised if every single Guild War battle we do this week is up against Queen Mab, or at least 80% of them. Where to move? And a few that we probably don't even have Queen Mab if we're fully traded or something. Okay, he'll throw that. And ideally he would miss, and he does. We'll throw this down, and we get it. Perfect. Can we keep it going? Yes, we can. Throw that down again. Throw it down again. Now, why couldn't you have done that earlier? Of course, this wasn't the same team, so maybe that's why. Yeah, we'll just stick with traditional kind of teams. I don't think I can really get away with the other thing. Also, we did 1,403 on a second battle. That's pretty decent. That scales up to over 1,500, I believe. Of course, that doesn't matter since we lost one of the battles. But, oh well. We'll just stick with this for them then. Scion, Dragon Soul, Kraken, Abby. 7,205 points. Really nice. Yeah, I tend to use the similar team to that in the past. Except without a Dragon Soul, I used, I think, Elmagrim instead. I used to run essentially that exact same team. I believe it was Scion, Kraken, Amnesia, and Elmagrim, I believe was the order I ran, or something similar to that. I haven't been running it recently, mainly because this has been my new favorite since she came out on Friday, and mainly because I wanted to try the new Fizz Bang, but against Queen Mab, I would definitely not advise the Fizz. She works good, just not against Queen Mab freeze spam. Because, of course, she needs her extra turns to be viable. That's kind of her whole point, is to get those extra turns. Okay. I guess we just get a Scion and play it safe that way. Yeah, we'll just throw down a blank Scion. Go, Scion, go. Okay, he doesn't give us a skull or anything of use. We'll just go take, like, a brown or something. Yeah, I'll take a brown, because he's going to take the skull, giving us free yellows. Which is perfect, because we do need yellow. That's actually what I probably should have taken the previous turn, but I didn't deliberately, so we could take that from him. We'll just grab some purples. Need to get that last little bit of green seer mana. Being blocked quite a bit. We can always do it off of purples if we just keep surging and getting mana there. We can also take a brown into red. Similarly from before, though, we don't actually utilize the red. Same as the other team we were using, this team does not actually use that color. We could technically get away with using a +2 blue, +1 purple. The main reason I'm not going that banner is I need at least a +1 yellow for the green seer. Unless it's in first slot, we can't really work around that. Yeah, Fizz can do some really, really interesting things. It is just a slight bit too far out there as far as what it can actually accomplish. Oh, we can get a really nice loop going if this will actually land. I think I'm going to wait one turn. Just so we can get a green seer off to replenish the board some. So let's go do just that. Replenish the board with greens. And now let's just instantly win the battle. He gave us a green storm, so this is as good as over. Yeah, green storm for the win. Thank you, enemy, for assisting us. That's the only really bad thing about storms, is the enemy can use it just as well as the player that actually summoned the storm can use it. Also, on every battle we've done so far, we scored over 1,400, other than the one we lost, so these two teams actually are scoring good. It's just that they're just not really working out against the dreaded Queen Mab. Everyone is putting Queen Mab into their team now. I know the previous one didn't, but yeah, almost everyone is putting Queen Mab now. It's going to be annoying. Should we stay with this? I think we can get a Kraken kill quick enough that it won't matter. Ideally, that's what we're going to be going for. Let's just hope it happens. So, in we go again. Hopefully Fizz doesn't go crazy. Hopefully Queen Mab does not get a freeze on something important, or none at all would also be great. Right off the bat, let's take blue-yellow, it looks like. Yeah. Oh, I give it extra turn. Oh, and it's something important. Not the most important, but it is slightly important. Well then. Exactly what we needed not to happen. Though that was slightly my fault, because I believe most of that was within sight. Where to move? Skull or take brown? I think we take brown. There we go, perfect. Yeah, that was the right move. Oh, we got another freeze though. Never mind, it wasn't the right move. Oh no. It begins. She also does a lot of damage as well. Where to go? How do we go about this? I guess green to red convert is the way we go. It doesn't give us an extra turn, but we wouldn't get an extra turn regardless, even if we were to get an extra turn, because we're frozen right now. Okay, he's entangled, which works out pretty well because he's the first slot, and it's the most important to have him entangled. I think I just take a yellow, hope it surges, hope it cleanses next turn, and we go from there. Well, one of those two things didn't happen. Two of those two things didn't happen. Good job. Okay, we'll just take that. Get a little poke in. Still frozen, so I'm going to wait one more turn. We ended up stealing the mana, so I'm going to go throw everything at it with the drain. Please cleanse. There you go, perfect. Okay, now we can win right now. And we can just loop for the rest of the battle into victory. So let's take away blue first, because we're not going to need Kraken immediately. We're going to need it, just not as our like first cast here. So we'll throw down that. Oh, that would have missed. That would have been horrifically bad. Oh, I should have taken the brown first. I guess it's not too big a deal, though. Okay. How many greens is that? 14. Let me take the skull first. Almost didn't see that. Take the brown this time, like I should have previously. And now we'll go for the greens. It does land. And that should be matched then. Take another skull, why not? A little bit of a waste. Actually took away some of my green. Probably shouldn't have gone for that one. Okay, good. We did get the extra turn off the cascade at least, though. And as match. But even against Queen Mab, we can still get it occasionally, apparently. So yeah, I'm just going to stick with this. This was the same one we used last Friday as well. This is probably going to be my new purple day from now on. My new official every single day purple day. I don't believe I'm going to bother with Fizz. It works good for PvP, but if it gets caught by a Queen Mab, I don't really want to have to deal with that every single time. We almost did win with a 9 HP Queen Mab, though, at the end of it. But yeah, it's not worth it. It's a really nice troop. I do like it, but I'm not going to bother. Also, yes, I know I haven't been reading chat as much. You have a long list of nerfs that are needed. I know, I do. I should make my own, like, Tacet nerf list. Nerf and buff list. It would be very long. I used to do that in the past. Like, every couple months while I was in college, while I was playing this game. I'd go, like, every few months and, like, hey, here's, like, everything that needs to be buffed or nerfed. Because at the time, I was playing way more than what I was now. I wasn't, like, the absolute most active player, but I was, like, 5 times more active than I was now. But yeah, I used to play way too much. Okay, anyways, let me go and read up the thing real quick so I can read all the missed chat that I might have done. Hello, Miguel, welcome. Hello, Gillax, welcome as well. Let's see. Is there any new players or vets looking to take a break from Guild Wars? You just started a new guild. Oh, nice, you're starting a new guild that's taking a break. That's actually a pretty good idea, just to kind of get away from it for a little bit. Though, you do still want to enter Guild Wars, even if you're not, like, competing in it competitively. Mainly because you still get some free resources just for entering it, even if you don't intend to play it at all. He's bringing sexy back. Hello, Nautical. Hello, Henny. Let's see. Your favorite thing about watching your Guild War battles are how you really try to get the win instead of just retreating. Yeah. Oh yeah, because, well, I used to do that too, but because of time efficiency, I normally just don't do that anymore. I used to do that on my normal streams too. Like every single PvP battle you'd win, we'd go all the way through the battle. I think I stopped doing that when 4 times speed came in, mainly because with 4 times speed, there's really no point in playing a battle out. You could finish like 3, 4, 5 battles in the time it takes to finish out one battle that you're losing. It's the main reason I don't do it anymore. Back when it was 1 time speed, it was okay because you only lost like maybe 1 battle's worth of time. But now you lose upwards of 3 battles worth of time if you don't retreat. So that's one of the main reasons why I do retreat quite a bit from PvP these days. That and just sometimes just tend to lose. Let's see. Who's this? When will we be able to craft Dragon Souls again? I have no clue. There's only currently 4 legends that are craftable at a given time. They did mention that they're going to be increasing the amount that will be craftable at a given time, but as this current moment, it's only 4. And with only 4 being available, it takes like almost half a year for them to go fully on rotation. So they're definitely going to be increasing this. They already announced that they will be. When and by how much, they have not specifically said, but hopefully soon and by a lot. They need to give like 10 legends each week at minimum, or maybe not minimum, at least 8, I guess. Anything above 8 would be competent enough, but 10 plus, a dozen plus would be really nice, because there's a lot of legends and it would take forever for them to be on rotation otherwise. But yeah, it was available last week, but no one actually had the stones for it last week, unfortunately. So it might be a while before it comes back on rotation. Also, let's go do the dungeons. Oh, don't want to forget about those. So, dungeoning. Go over to dungeons. Dungeons. Should be a pretty easy wipe. This is also the first green day, if you need green for anything. Do we actually need green for anything? I don't believe there is a... I keep clicking so many misclicks. I believe there's not a single thing I actually need to craft within green. I keep... Speaking about misclicks, we will eventually click the right location. There we go. Weapons, weapons, weapons. I don't believe any of the 6 unique weapons use green for whatever reason. It uses red, blue, purple, blue, yellow, none. Let's see. Red and purple, and yellow and purple. So yeah, none of the Legend Plus weapons actually use green. So green is basically pointless right now, at least for endgame players. You can still use it for things like crafting stones, which aren't really the best of value. Why on earth is it all the way down there? But you can use it for green summoning stones. You can also use it for the green weapons, though those are pretty useless. So I guess I'm just saving all my green jewels for later, since I have no need for them. The only two things we can create is this nature staff and a nature sword, I believe. And this doesn't really do anything useful. Deal 24 damage to an enemy. Deal double damage if there is a leaf storm. Creates a leaf storm. And nature sword is deal 24 damage to the first enemy. Deal triple damage if they use brown mana. Though, even though I've been saying that these are somewhat useless, these might actually not be 100% useless on Guild War days. Now that I think about it, these swords. So maybe I will get that. That could be a good Gorgoltha counter for a brown day. Would actually be enough to kill one. Problem is that wouldn't be enough. It would be 29 times 3, which are actually... You'd have to add 5 to that too, at least. So what would that be? So 10. That would be 34 times 3, so that's a little over 100. That still would not be enough to one-shot. It would two-shot a Gorgoltha with Nature Sword. That would be way too long. Yeah, that wouldn't really work out. We might try it. But I'm still going to save my green in case they add something else in the future. I don't want to waste any of them. They're precious. They're precious. My precious. Okay, anyways, I can't do that sound well. Anyways, into these. Let's go and wipe them with something. What should we throw at them? Let's just throw... Can we actually win them with Bombot team? That would be so sad if we could win with Bombot. I've never actually tried. We might get our first lose within a dungeon, trying to see if we can kill it with Bombot team. If this seriously works, they totally... This is the easiest way to see if this battle is too weak. If we can seriously beat it with the Bombot wipe team, you know that these are way, way too weak. This is what you do when you go exploring, which is one of the easiest things you can do. Any recommendations on a red team? Oh, we didn't get a jewel. Oh, I don't think we did. Let me double check the replay. Did we get a jewel? No, we didn't. Oh, hopefully we'll get. I mean, diamond. Hopefully we get one on the other two. Any recommendations on a red team? Only mythics you have are Infernus and Death. Either of them are either of them fully traded. If not, I'd probably say don't even bother with either of them, and just go with a true damage team. A Merilith Miststalker into some kind of composition would probably be your best bet going forward with it. Okay, so next one. I didn't even see what these things do. Let's see. We have debuff all enemies, reflects all damage, and steals life. You know, Gloomleaf would actually be usable if that was his ability. And deals extra damage and always devours an enemy. Oh, interesting. That's actually a little scary. But let me see. 100% skull reflect, that should be normal. And steal 9 armor, life, and attack from enemies. Oh wait, steal 9 armor, life. Okay, I guess that's steal 9 armor and life. And then steal 4 attack, I assume. That's what that wording means. Interesting. Yeah, if this was actually what Gloomleaf did, he would be usable. Even if they only did the 100% skull reflect, he would actually be usable. If they did any one of the two things that his ability does, or even both, he would then become usable. In this current state, he's pretty useless. Okay. Oh, you do have Infernus fully traded. Oh, then you can comp that into a physical damage red team then. You could go with like a Dragon Soul to feed, or a Carnex to feed an Infernus. You don't have Element Grim or anything, but you'll still be able to do enough damage off of that, plus the Infernus alone. Okay, we didn't get enough mana there. We did get it off the Cascade, though. Well then, I didn't even realize we can destroy them with this. That is absolutely insane. No, again, we didn't get the diamond. This might be the first day we get 0 diamonds. Gasp. Has anyone gotten 60 diamonds yet? I think I asked this before, but I forgot if anyone actually said yes. So far, I've gotten 20 diamonds every single day. This might be the first day we don't get it. We'd have to get it on this final battle. They are eventually going to be changing it so that you no longer have to deal with these random number things. He has a guaranteed chance of devouring us. Wow. Devour a random enemy. That could be a little scary. So yeah, let's not get him to cast. There's a good chance we're just going to lose because I'm using a rush team against something that we shouldn't really be rushing down like that. But let's see if it works. If it works against this, that is really sad. Okay. It might. It might just go all the way. Throw that down. Now we just need to go and get ourselves some mana. Is there any easy way to do that? No. So we'll go destroy that. That gives us both of those. We'll go and destroy this one again. Hopefully go on brown. Perfect. Well, that was easy. Please give diamonds. Please give diamonds. Please give diamonds. Don't give us our first 0 day. Diamonds! 20 every day. But seriously, yeah, they are going to be fixing that soon. Oh, that's weird. Oh, never mind. That's because it was clicked. I thought it was still showing the reward thing. Never mind. Anyways. Well, there's no reason to buy that $5 one, but I will still buy the 50 gem thing because I need those diamonds. Every diamond counts. There we go. The only time I'm ever going to be buying more of those $5 things is up until we have Xenos. I'm going to be buying every single diamond day from now on. And that's going to be the end of it. I think we're going to pay almost like $40 for the new Mythic, but I want to get it as early as possible to show it for the video. Let's see. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's everything. That's everything with the dungeoning system for today. And let's see what that brings our Soulforge totals to. So now we have had at least every color once, and that brings us to 840 jewels, 200 sapphires, 200 emeralds, 400 rubies, 100, I forget what the yellow one is called, 100 amethysts, and 200 garnets. What was the yellow one called? Topaz? I think it's called Topaz. Yeah. Sapphire, emerald, ruby, topaz, amethyst, garnet. Oh, it was called garnet. Did I say something else? And of course, diamonds, which we will convert soon. So technically, if we were to convert, we have 960. We're almost 1/4 of the way there. Wow. Putting it that way makes it seem a lot longer away. That seems very, very far away. It's yet so far away. But yeah, that is quite a bit of a gap, that is for sure. And there's no way to speed it up. Where are you? Let's see. Xander is pronounced with a Z sound. Xenos? Xenos. Oh, Xenos. I see. You got 60 diamonds twice, but 0 most other days. Interesting. Do you have a net positive? If you have over 20 diamonds per day total, then that would be a net positive. Let's see. You have only gotten 40 diamonds from dungeon these days. Well, that's still good. Did you miss the Guild Wars? Yes, we did all the Guild Wars. We did the dungeons. We actually did pretty much everything. If there's any other questions or anything that you guys want me to go over, feel free to leave them. But yeah, we have gone over all the stuff. We did our dungeons, did the Guild Wars. Had an interesting battle. We did end up losing one, unfortunately. We somehow almost won 1 versus 4 with a single 6 HP Queen Mab. But we did end up losing one, unfortunately. Let's see. Yeah, we're 4-1. We did 5,965. Every single battle we did do won with about 7,500. Oops, I mean 1,500 was our average score. But unfortunately, we lost the one. It was mainly because I was trying something with Fizz Bang, and we were up against a Queen Mab that crushed it. So I didn't really bother with it. But yeah, everything's going pretty good with the guild this week too. We're actually number 2 right now, though I believe realistically that's more like number 4 at this current moment in time. Because I believe Anonymous doesn't have most of its battles. Also, we know for sure that the guild that we're against doesn't have all their battles. So that could be quite a bit if they do their other 7 battles. That could potentially close that gap as well. So pretty close race between everyone in the top 2 to 5, I would say right now. Actually, all the way to 2 to 7 because Intrum has quite a bit of battles too. So yeah, all the way from that whole entire spam is within a couple thousand. Because Intrum's 2 still has quite a few of their battles as well. So it's a really close race this week. Ideally, we will make at least top 3. That'd be amazing if we could keep top 2, though. I don't know for sure if that will happen. But that would be quite insane if we can. 1,000 gems is really nice. We've only hit number 1 once. And it was actually the very first week that Guild Wars ever launched. Ideally, we will hit it again. Maybe not anytime soon. But because that gap's already gigantic between Intrum and us. Having that big of a gap on day 1 pretty much means you're not going to be getting it, unfortunately. That's already over a 20,000 gap, and that's almost impossible to close unless they just happen to get like a ridiculously bad day somehow, or multiple ridiculously bad days. But yeah, if there's anything else you guys want me to mess around with, let me know, and we can definitely do so. One of the main things we're going to be doing is throwing the goblins. Let's see, where's my normal goblin team that I've been running when meta loops? Was it this one? I feel like we need to go double fizz of some kind. Yeah, double fizz. Let's see. Oh, we'll just go with this. But yeah, I believe we can go double fizz, the one goblin, and something else. I just don't know what that one something else would be that we'd end up slotting in there. We could try it afterwards as well. I'm just a huge fan of Green Seer Giant Spider combo. It's one of my favorite combos in the entire game. And it synergizes with a lot of teams. Okay, no alignment? Other than on green, which obviously we don't want to do. Especially since we explode on that color, that'd be even a worse idea. Like, we could probably get away with doing it on purple if we wanted to, but we can't do it on green because we need those spare greens for the poke. Oops, why did I not poke it? Speaking of pokes, also, it's kind of funny. This thing counters out all goblin teams so well as well because everyone's running goblins this week, so she gets to do even more damage because I believe it's based on all goblins. Yeah, ally and enemy goblin she has a boost ratio off of, which is absolutely insane. I don't know what they were thinking with that boost ratio that they gave to her. I was thinking it would be like a 1x boost ratio. They gave her a 4x. Not only a 4x, but a 4x that triggers on allies and on enemies. That is just so huge. Okay, we'll throw that down again. And I think one more cast is match already. And we already have it. It's just sitting right there on green. Oh, never mind, it's not. We were 1 mana short. Now we have enough. And down they go. You'll be sure to set a nice defend for you tomorrow. We'll see what it is. It's probably Queen Map something. Hey, Celestial Trace Stone. Those are actually useful now. Once we finally get enough resources to go use them, it would be. Okay, well, let's go and what do we need to do here? Yeah, we'll just stick with the normal. It's just a standard goblin team. We'll just go goblins against goblins tonight. Because that's the new meta. You throw a Ragnagord in. Don't really see much of a need with that since you already have the Fizz. The Fizz alone is enough, and generally you'd be better off just going with another goblin slotted in there. But I guess it will work. It is a troop very similar themed to that Fizz Bang that just helps you to cover more colors. That's probably like the kind of concept that he's trying to go for by doing that. So let's go and get rid of brown. If nothing else, we can make sure he doesn't get a Ragnagord, or at least help to try to prevent it. Throw this down on what color? I guess on the red. Throw that down. Get ourselves a green seer somewheres. And giant spider, not on green. Let's do that on the little bit of yellow right there. Get that off now onto a red, and then we'll throw the Fizz. And now we'll be good to go. We'll get that down, throw down the AoE. Get ourselves a green seer or a giant spider. Let's just do it on green. Or blue to green, I should say. Get that down, throw another damage, and we are a little short, but we can just get the red. That gives us green seer capability. It gives us giant spider capability. That gives us Fizz Bang capability. And that gives us the victory capability. No, it doesn't. That gives us the victory capability. And dead. Oh, is McCoy the Paragon? So that means I actually have to fight McCoy tomorrow. That'll be cool. So we'll get to see what you end up putting up then as your defense, because there's a 100% chance that we'll get to fight you. Also, why on earth is a level 34 my one trophy? He's using the Fizz, a web spinner. Oh, and there's the Rock Spirit Ranger meta. I'm really surprised how many newer players pick up on this immediately. But this is one of the strongest low rarity combos that you can do early on in the game. Rock Spirit plus a Ranger. The reason for this is they both do really high split damage, at least earlier on in the game. Later in the game, you never see me using them because their damage relative to everything around you later in the game is horrifically bad. But early in the game, it's some of the strongest you can even put on your team. Destroy a row and column, deal damage randomly split among all enemies, and that's boosted by every single brown gem destroyed by 4 times. And since it's the plus shape, it gets to hit quite a few browns. It can normally hit on average, like 5 browns, can hit as many as like 10, 11, 12 sometimes if you get a really nice board setup with it. And Ranger is a little bit more consistent than that, though it doesn't have any board control. It deals 6 damage to an enemy, and then no, it's damage based on boosted by magic, and then the 8 damage is static, I believe. I forget which one of those two is static. I believe it's the split damage. No. Yes? I can't remember. One of those two numbers is static. I can't remember off the top of my head, though. But one of them is static. The other one's based on his magic. And that's boosted by enemies alive at a 4 times. Oh, yeah, it is the split damage that's boosted by. I remember now. Because that's the one that gets boosted. So, yeah, it's the 6 damage to an enemy that is static. And then the split damage is boosted. I assume. I completely forgot now. But regardless, it's a 4 times boost ratio that can hit basically a free 16 additional damage earlier on in the game. That's obviously pretty decent. Oops, I didn't mean to actually fight him. Oops. I meant to go switch my team into... I mean, not my team, but go do my 3 trophy or something. Well, I guess we're fighting this. If you could even call it that. Oh, I should have taken those purples. I'm already failing. I'm failing against the level 34. We're gonna lose. Let's go give him a nice little poke. And where do we go? At this point, we might as well just kill it with skulls. There we go. I just soloed him by one-shotting him every single troop with his skull. Haven't done that for a while. That used to be the meta back in the day. Just build like a one-shot skull team. It doesn't get used anymore though, due to Gorgultha's 75%. So many stone skins being around and stuff like that have kind of made it so it's not really worth using. Your diamond average is about 35 per day. Wow, that's actually really high. Average should technically be 20. If you have anything lower than that as your average, you have bad luck. If you have anything above that as your average, you have really good luck. Particularly if it's like 35 or something. Wow. Yeah, if you have even over 30 as your average per day, that's pretty nice. Obviously, it'd be things like 40 days then most of the time, if you would have that average. Or at least half the time anyways. Hello, Outpost. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. We'll go move that down. Get a little bit from there. Throw down a giant spider to Dbarrel. And green seer. Is that even an extra turn? I don't believe it is. Am I missing something? No, I don't believe it is. So we'll go throw that down. Take a little bit of our manas. Go from there. We have another fizz. Should we throw it? Yeah, probably. We'll throw the fizz. Get ourselves a AoE as standard damage. Get ourselves a little bit of poke. Get ourselves some better board. Did we convert for it? No, not yet. We'll do that after. And, well, we still don't even have it. Move that, move that. Oh no, I feel like I need to sneeze. Oh no. Hey, what has happened? I need to sneeze, but you can't sneeze. I always hate that feeling. Okay, well, throw that on purple. Go from there. Put that down. Get herself a green seer somewhere is useful. Or nowhere is useful. That's fine too, I guess. Why not? Get herself some damage. Giant spider to red. If you would cast, go. Get herself another board clear. Just 1 second, I'm quite a bit longer than normal. Get herself a... Well, it would help if we had extra turns. Move that over. Take the blue away. Get rid of all that. And that's match. Now that's match. There we go. Hello, Outpost. Hello, Lamika. Welcome, welcome. Are dwarves any good since the patch? Not really still. Most dwarves are still useless. There are a few dwarves that are decent. Let me go over all the dwarves and the ones that are not decent. So let's go under, let's go over every dwarf real quick and do a quick rundown. So dwarfs. Apothecary, the best dwarf in the game. Well, actually, a Highforge could technically be considered the best. Actually, there's 3 that can be considered the best. Apothecary, Dwarven Gate, Highforge, and on some occasions, Deep Borer. But let's go over them. So, Apothecary, essentially the best. I would personally consider her the best dwarf. The main reason is she's one of the core 6 convert troops. She's the one that converts all of a select color to brown. Of course, there's one for each of the colors, and all of them have their purposes, and she is one of them as well. And one thing to note about her is she's one of only 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken, Valkyrie and her, that have a exactly 10 mana cost. Other than that, she also has she's the only one out of all of them that has as many immunities as her. She has stun immunity, poison immunity, disease immunity, death mark immunity, and devour immunity, which is quite a bit of immunity. Other than that, she also has a cleanse on top of that. So besides the fact that she can't be hit by many stats effects, she also ends up giving a cleanse to many other of your allies as well. This also makes it so she can never not get an extra turn. So for example, if you're using a Valkyrie and you end up getting frozen on like your Queen Mab or something, you're going to lose your turn. Actually, never mind, she can't be frozen if she doesn't get stunned. Bad example. But if you're using some kind of Valkyrie team, or let's say an Alchemist, you're feeding some kind of yellow troop, some yellow with an Alchemist. If you end up getting that thing frozen and an Alchemist cast, you're going to lose your turn. With an Apothecary, every single time you cast her, you're never going to lose your turn because she automatically cleanses, meaning any freezes that are on your allies will be taken off immediately. Actually, even though she doesn't get used as much in many looping teams, mainly because there isn't another converter that loops really well into her, she's potentially the strongest of the 6 converters, or 7 if you count Keeper Souls. Okay, so Bombardier, basically useless, only used within Guild Wars. I mean, not Guild Wars, sorry, within Arena. Next one, Deep Borer. Deep Borer is very situational and can be considered decent. It's mainly used with Bombots as well as a few other various mech teams and stuff. It's a pretty good brown generator. Generally, you go Apothecary instead, though, particularly after all of the gem changes that they've been making. Dwarf Lord did get a buff. It's not really something that late-game players will notice, though if you're running Arena, it's definitely something you should pick up. It deals damage to an enemy, and then it can now target any enemy. It used to only be first slot as well, but it can now target any enemy, and it now gains 8 armor to all allies instead of just himself. So definitely a must-have within something like Arena. Other than outside of Arena, you really wouldn't use it unless you're an early game player, though. Fortress Gate is absolutely insane how good it is. You run this with something like a Valkyrie. Double Gate Valkyrie is absolutely insane as well, because you can just fill up the gates with the Valkyrie, then use Double Gate to get up your Valkyrie to full mana, and you can basically just loop between them that way, and then just feed into a Tesla or Rowan or really anything that gets a really nice armor buffed damage off. Even Guard's Avatar could potentially work. Dwarven Miner got completely reworked. He destroys gems now. He's basically like a Tyree with Impervious, is essentially what the Dwarven Miner is. He also has a higher chance of gaining his gold. Do keep in mind the gold cap is 100, so he has a 40% chance of instantly hitting the gold cap every single battle, or every single cast, I should say. So basically every battle he ever does will be max gold stack guaranteed, essentially, or most likely. Stone Link is now used better on him because now that he has an 8 mana cost. Before he only had a 3 mana cost, and Stone Link was basically irrelevant, but now it's actually decent. Greedy is useless, but he does have Impervious, which makes up for any last faults he has. I would almost say he's actually better than Tyree. Assuming you don't need Tyree's maps, Dwarven Miner is just a little bit more versatile. Dwarven Slayer is useless, don't even go over it. They did increase his damage, but that's not too relevant. They also, for Keckhammer, they gave him triple damage to Giants. Not many Giants are really used, but if you ever need a Giant counter, you can now use Keckhammer. Before, you had to kind of do some weird kind of counters, but now you can just use Keckhammer now that he has triple, which makes perfect sense. Highforge is arguably the strongest. Of course, Apothecary is my personal favorite for strongest. It's a toss-up between Apothecary, Dwarven Gate, and Highforge. But yeah, Highforge is pretty decent. Particularly in Guild Wars is where he shines the best. Actually, there's basically 3 areas that you use all of these. Dwarven Gate is for quick PvP, Apothecary is for safe PvP, and the Highforge is for Guild Wars. Those are like the 3 areas where you use these 3 best dwarves at. But yeah, he does a lot of damage. He does it boosted by dwarves. He summons a dwarf, and is just overall pretty decent. He also gets a double stun and has a 50% starting mana to dwarves, which isn't particularly useful due to the lack of good dwarves, but that does, of course, apply to himself as well, that 50%. Lady Ironbeard, not really too irrelevant. They actually partially nerfed her. They buff-nerfed her, or burfed, or I think we had a proper name for that on the forum. I think it was called burfed or something, when they buff-nerf a troop. They buff it while simultaneously nerfing it, or they buff it with the intention of buffing it, but it's actually a nerf. The thing that I'm talking about is they replaced out the Reinforce with Fortitude. So now she has a bunch of immunities, which is good. That's really good. But now she doesn't automatically gain 1 armor per turn. And I actually really need to go make it like some kind of thing to the devs and kind of get them to like maybe get rid of Dwarven Bond or something to replace it, even Armored, because she no longer gains 1 armor every turn, which on almost every troop in the entire game, like probably everyone except her, that would have been completely irrelevant. But surprisingly, she used that trait better than any other trait in the game, or any other troop with that trait in the game. The main reason being is she deals triple damage if she has a higher armor than the enemy. What Reinforced used to be used for on her is if she was knocked down to 0 armor, and your enemy was also knocked down to 0 armor, you would end up ticking up by 1 armor with the Fortitude, which would, of course, put you at 1 armor and them at 0. And even though there's only a 1 armor difference, that was all you needed to be able to do triple damage off her ability. Now she no longer has that, so you can consider it a nerf, the fact that she got these immunities, mainly because it replaced, technically, her best trait. I don't know why they just didn't replace out Armored or Dwarven Bond. They should probably fix that in the future. It's not like she's overpowered or anything. She's almost completely unused. Speaking about completely unused, Lord Ironbeard's still useless. Not really much has changed other than he got Fortitude, of course, which does make him a little tanky. He does have, actually, I shouldn't say he's 100% useless. I believe he's the most immune troop that has 50% stone, or 50% skull reduction. So he has a little bit of a niche purpose. Really, only when monsters are in the meta is he really good. He was added around the time when the Great Maul was used a lot, like Great Maul, Shegra kind of teams, which is one of the reasons why he's kind of set up the way he is set up currently. He was added at the time when basically everyone was running Mana Cores, everyone was running Great Mauls, stuff like that. Runesmith is 100% useless, don't even look at it. Spark Grinder is similarly, the only context he's ever used in is for buffing up a Carnex, is the only thing Spark Grinder is ever used for. And his traits are pretty abysmal. The only good one he has is the replacement of Fortitude. And of course Stonehammer is useless, so don't even bother. Plus you probably don't even have him to begin with. Oh, never mind. He's the one that has the highest durability of anything with a high resistance. So I guess that's one thing going for him. He just has way too high of a mana cost to ever be able to utilize it though. Anyways, that's all dwarves. Forever asked that question. Hope that answered the question properly enough. I know, yeah, you're right. This Ram, the Stonehammer has much better. He is a decent tank. The problem is he's way too big of a mana blocker. Mana Drain isn't used as much at this current moment, mainly because goblins are starting to run everywhere instead. But it is still an issue that if they have a mana generator like Scion, Famine, Moloch, any of the full mana drains, that he will basically be a 100% liability to your team if they have any of those options, which generally makes him completely unusable. That is slightly less so now because a lot less people are using mass mana drain, but it's still a factor to always consider if you do plan on using him. But yeah, he is pretty tanky. He trades off tankiness, he gives you a lot of tanking capability, but you have to sacrifice mana in order to do it, because he blocks half your mana, and if he misses off his ability, which he will do quite often, he's just going to keep blocking you on half of your team's mana, and it's just way too much. Not to mention one of the ones you're generating is also one of the ones he's blocking as well, so you're really only creating one gem essentially, or one gem color for your benefit. Alright, well, move that down. Get ourselves some spare damage. Try that down again. Get a green seer. Probably should have done the green seer first, but oh well, too late. And the last level below, and that's match. Yeah, she was the only troop in the entire game that Reinforced was important on, and then they got rid of it on her. That didn't make any sense at all. I honestly do not know why they did that. I don't know if I mentioned that thoroughly in the other video when I was describing it, like in the changelog, but that was one of the weirdest changes they made. The only troop in the entire game that uses the trait properly, and then they got rid of it on her. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Not quite sure what they were thinking with that. But anyways, guys, is there anything else you want me to go over before we end up the stream for tonight? Just let me know. Let's see. Oh, does anyone know the best way to get your VIP up? There is no best way. Well, I guess there is a best way. Are you talking about like what's efficient to buy then? I did do a video on that earlier. It's still pretty much applicable. Actually, I think it's fully applicable. The only thing it doesn't have on it is the new resources. But in short, get Death Knight armor if you haven't already gotten it. From there, daily gems is pretty decent value. Other than that, the $5 jewels on the diamond days, the ones that it only gives diamonds, those days are the best value to throw the $5 things for jewels. Other than that, yeah, that's basically a good bulk of the actual good majority of the better ones. There's a few other ones here and there that are kind of okay. It really just depends on your own preference. But yeah, let me go link that video real quick. It might help you some. I explain it quite in depth in there. It doesn't go over the most recent things that were added this patch, but the only thing that was really added were the shards anyways, which you only buy on diamond days generally. Let's see if I can find that video real quick. Let me see. I can explain it a lot better than I can within the time we have right now. If I can find it. Maybe I should just type in money. Let me just type in money. I'll just search my thing for money. That's funny. Money funny. But let me go type that in, and then that should bring it up immediately. I highly doubt I put money in any of my other tags. Apparently I have. Wow. How are so many of my videos coming up when I type in money? How to... Maybe if I type in spend. I'm pretty sure I didn't type spend into any other title. What? Okay, I did not tag this video correctly if I can't get it to come up after either of those two searches. Fail. What is the other one? What could I possibly say? How to use? No? Well, I have no clue what I did it under. Shall find it. Did the video just like evaporate from my channel? Seriously, I'm doing like every possible tagging that you can do. Apparently I tagged this video horrifically. That or I'm blind. Because it should be coming up immediately. Okay, anyways. Oh, there it goes. Thank you, Maximuse. I have no clue how I couldn't find it. Let me just double check. Yeah, the one that Maximuse just posted is the correct video. Not quite sure how I did not see that, but thank you. Wow. What did I name the title? Wait, let me go back. What did I make the title? Spending money efficiently. Why did it not come up when I said money? That's weird. I guess I didn't put the tags correctly. I'll need to change that later. It's not too big a deal. But if I can't even find my own video, that's normally a pretty bad sign. That other people also can't find the video as well. Alright, well, let's go get that down. That should be enough mana. Wait, how is that not? Oh, because Spider was blocking it. That is why. Alright, well, throw that down. Oh, never mind, that was already the win. Well, that was quick. Does the game speed determine the difficulty in Guild Wars? No. Game speed has no effect on difficulty in Guild Wars. Though, technically, if you're using on 4x speed, and you're not used to 4x speed, it would technically be harder. Not because it's any harder, but because you might not see the moves as effectively, like what what the enemy is doing to you. But, yeah, it doesn't increase difficulty at all. It would only increase your visibility of the board, or, you know, like how quickly it moves, so you might not catch things immediately, and stuff like that. But as far as the actual difficulty, no, it has absolutely no effect whatsoever on difficulty. It just increases the amount of speed that everything moves in, just so it doesn't take as much time. But yeah, changing into 4x speed has no effect on actual difficulty in any way. Let's see. You seem like you win more on 2x speed. The main reason for that is, like I mentioned, probably you're noticing it, the actual gem drops a bit better. You're probably not seeing like some of the 4x or some of what the enemy actually does. It's mainly just board awareness. You need to have really quick eyes to be able to do it easily on 4x speed. Which, if you play this game enough, you'll just naturally be able to do. But I still, sometimes, if too much stuff is happening at once on a given board, I sometimes still don't even notice what occurs occasionally. But generally, you get just so used to 4x speed that it doesn't really make that big of a deal. But initially, if you were like just were on mobile and you just recently got it, I can definitely see how putting on 4x speed could potentially make you lose more. Not because it's any more difficult, but just because you're visually it's going a lot quicker than what you're used to. So it's going to be slightly harder to follow, and you might accidentally make a few more mistakes than usual. Okay, we did not get enough mana there, but we'll go through that down. Get our AoE, get the explosion again, get the AoE, go from there. Keep it looping. Get that back down, get it down again, get the damage, boom, dead. How's that not dead? Well, we'll go do that on the green. And now you're dead. There we go. Curious on thoughts on Purple Guild War team posted above. Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. Which one did he post? Oh, Sea Troll, Fizz, Kraken, Mab. Looks solid. Well, only 3 colors, but looped fairly well against Goblin and Mab teams. Oh, it's only 3 colors though, like you said. Wait, no, it's not. It's 4 colors. Wait. Now you're confusing me. Yeah, it's 4 colors. Wait, why did you say it was only 3 colors then? Sea Troll, that's purple. Fizz, that's purple. Kraken's purple, and Mab is purple. Oh, it only covers 3 colors. Oh, I see what you mean. That's what you meant by that. No, that's still perfectly fine. I cover 4 colors and still make teams work. With Elamagrim loop and stuff like that. 3 is a little bit, quite a little small amount, but as long as you're not up against like Cyan or Spirit Fox, it would be fine. Yeah, we could try it out on next Purple Day. If you remind me, we could definitely try it for at least one of the battles. It seems like it would at least be worth trying, at least once, just to see what happens. I'm probably going to be sticking with most of my battles with the normal team that I do, though, that we did last Friday or Saturday, whatever it was, that we also repeated again today. We ended up doing a little bit of different with the Fizz, but I don't think I'm going to be sticking with Fizz in Guild Wars. I do not believe I'm going to be doing that. Hello, Flethro. Welcome. What would you recommend for Purple Team with Herdmaster and Kraken, but no Amnesia or Elamagrim? So you would need to get it mana. So I'd probably say Herdmaster... Oh wait, never mind. You already covered the color. I was going to say Green Seer, but you already cover it. Well, you need a purple-blue, that's for sure. Do you happen to have fully traded Scion? If not, you could go Fizz. So you could go Herdmaster, Fizz, Kraken, and then you would need one more damage source in the last slot. So that would have to be a purple-red or a purple-brown as your damage source. So you could either go a Keeper of Souls, or a Dragon Soul, or an Elamagrim if you somehow have that. Oh, wait, never mind. You just said you don't have Elamagrim. But yeah, the order would have to be along the lines of Herdmaster, Fizz. Wait, what was I just mentioning? Yeah, Herdmaster, Fizz, Kraken, and one more damage source that is red purple or brown purple, depending on what you have available. But yeah, if you only have one trait on Scion, it's not really usable. There's one troop that does need to be fully traded. Yeah, no problem for the advice. This is the... Oh, never mind, I already answered that. But anyways, guys, I think I'm going to be heading out for the night. We will be back tomorrow night, as we always are, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now, to go do the Guild War battles, as well as the dungeons and all that, answer questions, and just mess with whatever else that we do for the rest of the time. I will most likely be starting the Let's Play video tomorrow. I should have enough time to be able to go do it. That will also start, I guess, our 6,000 subscriber special, so we'll be able to start it. We'll be able to start up the new Let's Play thing. We're going to start a brand new account. We technically already started it last week, but I'm going to be doing the first official post of it probably tomorrow. So we're going to start on that, get that going. But that'll be particularly useful for all newer players who just joined within the last couple weeks to a month. Essentially what we do with it, for any of you that aren't familiar, we've done it 2 times already. This is the 3rd time we're going to be doing it. It's not really like a Let's Play, or it kind of is in a way. We start a new account, and then we explain the account and explain everything about the game, assuming that everyone watching knows absolutely nothing at all about the game. And then we're just going through the account, 100% free to play, with a brand new, fresh account. Like right now, I think it's like level 4 or 5. Obviously, I need to work on it just a little bit more before we can post the video. That's a bit too low of a level to actually show anything, but I'll be doing that a little bit tomorrow. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. See you all tomorrow night, and best of luck with everything. Goodbye.